My class had 100% passing rate for the NCLEX. That's unheard of. Congratulations. You have made it here and you're ready for the NCLEX. So this video is going to be a formula of how you're gonna pass your very first time in 75 questions. So let's get into the video. First, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so first, you're gonna start by listening to the Mark Clemic lectures. It is 12 lectures and it basically breaks down everything that you covered in the nursing program and some stuff that maybe your school didn't cover. Like, you can't get through everything, so some things you may have never seen before. So that's why UWorld, Mark Clemic, Archer, they're going to expose you to things that maybe you weren't exposed to in the nursing program, things that might pop up on the NCLEX that you never saw before. They can't cover everything in the program. They try to cover the meat and potatoes, the things that they most expect will pop up on the NCLEX. So I personally didn't take notes because Mark Clemic lectures come with a workbook that you could follow along, and it just would have been too long. I was putting in, like, I would literally treat it like a job. I would wake up. So tip number 1, pretend every day is exam day. So you're gonna wake up at 7 a.m., you're gonna get in the shower, you're gonna get your coffee, and you're gonna get right to your table. And you're gonna listen to the lectures, and you're gonna follow along with the workbook. I'm sure there's a friend that has it. You're all gonna pool your resources. That's what we did. And so every day you're gonna follow this formula. So at first you're gonna listen to Mark Clemic lectures because it's gonna bring things back that you don't remember, and it's gonna give you things that maybe you weren't exposed to. After you're done with the Mark Clemic lectures, then you're going to do UWorld. I suggest doing 100% of UWorld. I try to do like 100 questions a day. What I didn't know at the time, make sure you set your UWorld to unanswered questions only. Otherwise, you're just going to keep swimming around in the answered questions and you're never going to get past like 50%. That's what I was doing until my friend told me, no, you got to set it to the unanswered questions. And you definitely, you want to try to do as much as possible because UWorld is refreshing what you forgot. Like, you're not going to remember anything from fundamentals. You're just not, because there's just so much your brain can cram. So this is just going to refresh everything that you forgot about. So you're going to try to do all of UWorld. Then you're going to be listening to Mark Clemic while you're cleaning the house, cooking, you know, all that good stuff. When you're in the car, when you're on the bus, train. Side note, tip number 2, other good things to listen to and watch are NCLEX High Yield is a podcast, free podcast. And Simple Nursing has the excellent videos. And yet again, you're going to pool your resources with your friends, and maybe one of you like gets the Mark Clemic stuff, the other one gets like the Simple Nursing, and you all pool your resources, because I watched those Simple Nursing videos right before the exam, and it like made things make sense. Like, I couldn't understand BiPAP and all that stuff for the life of me because we just really weren't exposed to it. Yeah, that's really like hospital hands-on stuff. So we weren't exposed to it that much, so it just didn't make sense. But Mark Clemic, Simple Nursing, they really made it make sense. So it is a great resource. Last, after you've done your Mark Clemic, after you've done your UWorld, there's always that debate. What should you do? Should you do UWorld? Should you do Archer? Personally, I think you have to do both, because after, nothing looks like the NCLEX. Like, I'm sorry, nothing can really prepare you for the exam, but Archer, the aesthetics of it look exactly like the NCLEX. Not the questions, not the way, because the questions on the NCLEX don't make sense. To me, I walked out of that exam thinking 100% I failed. I was like, I felt like I questioned myself in every single question, because the questions didn't make sense to me. Meanwhile, in UWorld and in Archer, I'm not saying the questions are easy, absolutely not, but they make sense. But the test is meant to like make you question yourself. So do not feel bad when you walk out and you're like, failed it. We all felt like that. You're not the only one. So just know that we all felt like that. So the Archer, I would say like 3 weeks before you go to take the exam, you wake up every day and you pretend like, just like you've been doing with the UWorld, with the Mark-Clemic, you wake up every day, 7 a.m., you take a shower and you get your coffee and you get right to the table. So what I would do, and my friends and I, and we all passed, 100% passing rate. We would do a readiness exam, which tells you like where you are most likely to score. Like if you're gonna finish in like 75 questions. It was a readiness exam and a CAT exam. So I would do a readiness, and then it would usually time out in like 75 questions, and then a CAT. So I would do like one set and one set, and it would usually come out to like 150 questions. So I would give myself, like I would do like a readiness exam, and then I would like take like a 15-minute break, and then I'd get right to the table, and then take like a lunch break, and then I would read the rationales. So for UWorld and for Archer, you have to read the entire rationale. I know it's long, I know it's, annoying, but you have to read the entire rationale, because you have to understand not just why you're right, but why the other answers are wrong. And while you're reading that, you're getting a lot of information that is pertinent to the exam, the information that you may have forgotten about, and that it might answer another question that you were unsure about. So as lengthy as it is, it would literally take me an entire day to read 150 questions, like the rationales. It took forever, but I passed in 75 questions. All of my friends passed in about, almost everybody passed in about 75 questions. Do not feel bad if you go over 75 questions. This is where Archer is good. I had a friend who would always go the full length on the readiness exam. He would always go to 145 questions, and he had a tutor, and his tutor was like, this test is adaptive to how you test. That's why Archer is amazing. It has a fantastic algorithm, because he knew that his tutor told him, so he knew, be ready to sit the full 145, because the way that you're taking this test, it doesn't mean that you're answering them wrong or right. It's just, this is how the algorithm is working out for you. So he went into this exam knowing that he was going to test 145 questions. So when it went past the 75, he didn't freak out. He just sat there and just kept doing his questions. Do not feel bad if you go past the 75 questions. that's what is good about Archer, is that it prepares you mentally, emotionally. You're ready to go to war. And that's what this exam is. When I tell you that I walked out of that exam and I came home and I couldn't get out of bed, I was so emotionally exhausted. And I did the trick where you try to pay to schedule another NCLEX exam. And I got the notice that I couldn't take another exam this time. That's how you know if you passed or not. Like, it's like a good indicator. Every one of us that did it, it worked for all of us, the trick. But you still don't feel like you passed. Like, you still don't get the nerves out of your body until you get that email that says, congratulations, you have passed. So I believe it's like $8 or something, like to get like the fast results, which is like 48 hours. 100% do it, because otherwise it could be like months, I heard. So why wouldn't you pay an extra $8? I mean, is it annoying? Sure, but it's worth it. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks, my formula of how to pass the NCLEX in hopefully 75 questions. Archer will tell you. You'll know. Archer will let you know what type of tester you are. If you're going to pass in 75, if you're going to pass in 145, Archer, it has a excellent algorithm. So yeah, these are my tips. Mark Lemick, tip number 1. And in this order: UWorld, tip number 2. Archer, tip number 3. Side tips, NCLEX High Yield. He really puts things in perspective. Very, very intelligent nurse, very intelligent. And he feeds you the information in a way that you can really digest it. Simple Nursing, excellent videos, excellent production. I mean, he actually came to my school. Yeah, I wasn't there, unfortunately. It was during the COVID days. He went for the class that graduated before me. He went to their graduation, which is, for us, that's like a celebrity, you know? So yeah, congratulations, you made it this far. And now this is just the last step to you becoming an RN, and you're gonna do it. Believe in yourself. Wake up that day extra early. Get there. I would say get to the location with like enough time to like grab breakfast, get a coffee. Oh, you can take as many breaks as you want during the NCLEX. You're not gonna want to, because you're just gonna want to finish, but you have that leniency. If you want, you can bring snacks. They make you put it in like a locker. Don't wear hats, jewelry, anything, because some locations are really like sus, and they will make you take off like jewelry. Like I've heard. I knew about it, so I just didn't wear anything like that. You will have a locker to put your valuables in, completely safe. You can go to the bathroom anytime. You just like ask, you raise your hand, and they come over and they pause the test for you. Before you go in, they like search you to make sure that you don't have anything that could make you you couldn't cheat on this test anyway. You can't cheat the NCLEX. It is virtually impossible, but they do take that precaution. I just say, you know, by now, if you made it this far, you're type A. So just keep being that type A. It got you this far. And you know, this is it. This is the last stretch. And congratulations. Next video, I will let you know how to land your job. So stay tuned and click the link, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.